Welcome to Opinion News, Episode 1, ladies and gentlemen. Lycan-Strife here, Driftwolf Gaming, and today we're talking about three certain objects, three certain stories that suck ass. Let's start with the first one. Dr. Disrespect has been permanently banned from Twitch. Now, we're going to read into this a little bit and I'll show you guys what's going on. This is all just going to be news that's factual on the internet and my opinion over it. So again, don't take this too hard. One of Twitch superstar streamers, Dr. Disrespect, has been permanently banned off Twitch for reasons too serious to discuss. I thought at first he had shown his penis in the stream, and that's why he got banned. Because why? There's so many chicks out there running naked behind the camera, and I still don't understand why that's still allowed. Again, Alinity, because she is a big money paycheck for Twitch, will not receive ban for accidental nip slip. Who cares about that, right? Who cares? It's a man's world, man. I'm telling you right now. Without warning or so much as an explanation, one of Twitch's largest and most popular esports streamer has been permanently banned off the platform for allegedly committing a serious crime. Is Dr. Disrespect a pedophile? So this is going to be very awkward because, we're going to just read this whole story. There's been a bit of purging happening on Twitch lately where any streamer, big or small, gets permanently removed from the streaming service for simply having unproven sexual misconduct allegations leveled against them. Now, allegations. These are not proven facts. And Twitch is like, if there are allegations, we're going to kick you off the platform. It doesn't matter if it's a small or a big allegation. If it's not proven yet, it doesn't matter. You're off Twitch. So that sucks in my opinion. I was like, innocent until proven guilty. So, that's just me. Some are innocent, some are guilty, but for Twitch, that doesn't matter as it is their platform. They deserve the rights to ban anyone for anything, and you're not innocent until proven guilty. That's what I said right there. That's the case for Dr. Disrespect, has also received a permanent ban from the platform, yet not allegations have yet been made public. This has happened a couple of hours ago, so I'm trying to be on there real quick. I watch Dr. Disrespect streams occasionally. I've been watching them a lot, like a couple of months ago. That whole kerfuffle with the bathroom incident was pretty funny. It was stupid. There was nothing to see. It was still pretty funny. But I know a little bit about him, of course. I mean, I don't know him in real life. But I don't think he's a pedophile. And to be quite fair, he has a wife, and his wife is standing behind him. So I don't think there's anything regarding that stuff being true. But that's just my opinion. This is Opinion News, Episode 1, just so you know. The Me Too movement now meets Gamergate. A plethora of new sexual misconduct allegations are coming out. That was the case for the Angry Joe Show host, Joe Vargas. We're going to get to him soon. From out of nowhere, blah, blah, blah. Twitch large stream Dr. Disrespect was permanently banned, and people with knowledge of the reason, even Twitch themselves, refused to comment on the reason. So people are not saying anything because they can get sued for that stuff. So I understand. So there's this fellow streamer, Rod Breslau, claimed to know the reason for the ban and says it's very serious, and because of the serious nature of things, won't comment. So here we go. Look, for several hours now, I've been told from credible sources the reason Dr. Disrespect has been banned. However, due to the importance and sensitivity around the subject, I have refrained from going on it. I don't feel comfortable with it currently. So these are like people who are trying to, like, it looks like it's shifting one way, like he is guilty. But that's the problem. We don't know that yet. So it's all just speculation. Although Slasher expressed that speculation wasn't healthy, it hasn't stopped the community from engaging, and many people now believe that Dr. Disrespect may be involved in a child porn grooming charges. The leftist streamer later deleted his tweet, but we captured it before he did. Well, that's the same. That's the Rod Breslau peak tweet. So not really that interesting. We already read it there. An anonymous source wrote us, I've heard two reasons, so I can confidently say that either of them are true. The first reason is that a huge partnered streamer who is close friends with Twitch staff has accused Dr. Disrespect of sexual assault, and Twitch are not commenting because at this time the victim would like to remain anonymous. Yeah, that's easy. Of course, I understand that it's going to be backlash, but if it's true, don't stay anonymous. Come out with it if it's true, The email continues. The other is pedophile allegations, but honestly, I don't buy that for a second. Still, whatever the reason is, I've heard that Dr. Disrespect is suing, which is good, as he should. Someone claiming to work in the Human Resources Department of Twitch also claimed that Dr. Disrespect had yet again cheated on his wife with a massive fellow Twitch partner, and now she's charging him for rape. Now, if it's something I hate, then it's that. And of course, pedophilia is something that if I ever see somebody do that, I would completely kill that person, to be quite fair. I think most of you are watching this would do the same thing. This is pretty shitty regarding Dr. Disrespect, and I hope that he's gonna get out of this without any too much problems, and I hope that the other person is lying, and if it's not, then I hope justice will be met. Of course, you can like somebody, but I can still have my best friend, and if he was a pedophile, I would want him to be brought to justice as well, so it doesn't really matter, no statement yet. We're going to wait for that. Probably in the next couple of hours, we're going to get a statement from Dr. Disrespect. So stay up to date on that. You can always check in on my channel. If I hear maybe something, I'll try to post an update. So we're going to go over to something else actually underneath here. Neil Druckmann caught in transphobic controversy for dead naming Lev. So we have Neil Druckmann on the left and we got Lev on the right. Lev is actually a girl. Well, she was born as a girl with the name Lily, and she's from a group called the Seraphites. And you need to turn this off right now regarding The Last of Us Part 2 if you haven't finished the game. It's not really that super revealing regarding a spoiler. It's just the fact that a character is trans, which again, I have no problem with anybody on this planet regarding what kind of gender or how you identify as are on this planet. I don't give two shits if you're a lesbian, a gay dude, or a transsexual, or whatever, or you like My Little Ponies. I don't care. You do you be happy. But stop lashing out at other people for their vision, their story, which is still fictional. It's so funny that I can see people get so angry of certain things happening in the games industry or in videos or in movies or in books or whatever. Just leave it alone, man. Go spend your time somewhere else. It pisses me off. So, The Last of Us Part 2 has a trans character, but it isn't Abby, it's Lev. Well, Abby is a nice built tank, which I think is pretty cool too. It's not for me, personally, in real life, but I think she's a cool character in the game. Regarding my opinion about the game should have been 4 or 5 hours shorter, and there should have been another ending. But other than that, the things that you can do in the game, the way that it looks, the way that it feels, and the characters are really cool. The voice acting, and the mocaps are really great. I think it's just an amazing game. Is it a perfect game? No. Should I get a 9.5? Yeah, sure. Not a 10 though, but 9 and 9.7 maybe. I don't know. It's really a good game, but there are some things in there that I don't agree with regarding how they did it. But, again, it's my opinion. This is Opinion News, Episode 1. Welcome, everybody. So, a leak appeared online that said that one of the characters in The Last of Us Part 2 was trans, and that they were allegedly caught by a homophobic cult and punished for identifying as a male. Lily was a lady, and she shaved her head. She now identifies as male with the name Lev. I got no problems with that. Leave it as it is. People were expecting the new protagonist in Last of Us Part 2 to be a trans character due to anonymous leaks. Of course, Abby's a very masculine physique. So they're whining about the fact that Abby isn't trans and that Lev is trans, and that's more like a throwaway character, even though you do specific missions with Lev. And Lev is actually a very good backup partner regarding bow and arrow, killing as well Seraphites, Scars as the other hunters. The Fedra haters. I don't remember even the names of the groups, but whatever. So some people were excited to have a playable trans character. Nope, wasn't playable trans character. It was a backup character. One of the world's greatest developers, Naughty Dog, would have made gaming history and been a massive step forward for progressive types. Sadly for the LGBTQ plus community, although her gender remained ambiguous through the game, Neil Druckmann confirmed that she wasn't trans in a tweet where he appeared offended that people assumed that she was. I think they did, but I think it has to do with the fact that it's not modern society anymore. We live in a modern society. If you were born a woman and you want to cut off your chest and you want to cut off your penis, to say it very bland, and I don't mean it disrespectfully, and you want to change it to a dude and make a penis. I have a friend who did that whole thing. We don't talk every day, but we check in sometimes, a couple of months, couple of weeks, depends on time and stuff like that. Lately, not anymore as much. But she was a girl, and I'm not going to tell anything or anybody about her name or whatever, but she was a girl, and she turned into a dude. And I was making jokes about, if you cut off your boobs, send them over to me because I love boobs. That was just a joke, and she was laughing about it then. And she now turned into a he with everything, like the chest removed and the thing there added on, which I think is great for him. And, again, I have no feelings or anything about it. I'm just happy for that person that she got turned into a he because that's what he wanted and felt like life should be like that. So good to you. Good for you. Everything is great. Keep doing your thing. And I said it to everybody. Keep doing your thing. But don't step into somebody else's realm, story, or whatever and say that it's wrong or bad, because it's just how it is. Leave it. It's fictional. Let it go. So anybody who doesn't want to listen to my rambling can read here the story, but we're going to go over to some of the people who responded. And so here we have Jack. I have no interest in playing The Last of Us 2, so I watched the video of the trans stuff, so you don't have to. It's completely unnecessary to deadname a trans character in a video game in the year 2020. Trans people are not your inspiration, porn JFC. I don't know what JFC is. I don't give a fuck. First of all, if you played Last of Us Part 1 and you're going to be a bitch about it like this and not play Last of Us Part 2, you're not a real fan. Let's be clear about that. You play for Joel and for Ellie because you want to know what's going on with them. And Tommy was a good character too. But the first one is Joel and Ellie. You want to know where it goes, and now it goes into a mishmash of all the shit that's happening in Last of Us Part 2. So it's difficult for me to word certain things because I'm Dutch and I'm not fluid in the English or American language regarding explanation. But I have this feeling inside me that I cannot bring out in words. I just hate the fact that people react like this. You can be against something, but you can still buy and play the game. Because you like The Last of Us Part 1 and you want to understand what happens in The Last of Us Part 2. Or you're a dick face and you start watching everything. That's my opinion again. And don't play it yourself, even though you have The Last of Us Part 1, but you would just want to watch a movie. I've been streaming for maybe even 8 to 10 hours the last time when I played the game till the end. And yeah, sure, there are things in there that are not perfect, but you don't hear me complain about it. I just let it be for what it is. I'm a big wolf/werewolf fan, and if something is done wrong in a specific game, I don't get upset about it. I don't say I don't have interest in playing it. I'll play it. I'm still a big fan of that stuff, And if you're a trans, you should be fans of other trans, so you still want to check out what's going on, even though it might not be the vision you had for it. Who cares? It's a game. It's fictional. Everything is just there. It's like people that always complain about me saying that Tony Hawk is better than Skate. They're two different games. They're both skateboarding games, but one is arcade and one is simulation. And it's just good that we have more things to choose from. That's like a never-ending story right there. But again, I don't go out of my way to to shame anything. I've been making fun about certain Tony Hawk's games, but that's because the first couple, like 3 or 4 games, were amazingly well. And then Skate came out, and that was just my baby, and I loved that till the day that I die. There's no other skateboarding game that can come out unless it's EA Skate. That's just my jam. I'm loyal to that. But again, I'm a skateboarding fan, so I still buy other skateboarding games to give the developers money so they can grow and give them a chance, because I still love it. I don't always like everything, but you don't hear me complain about it. I just live my life by myself, and I don't have to go onto the internet to complain about certain things, even though I'm doing that right now. But I'm just saying, be nice, leave certain things as it is. And then we have a very, very angry person. I'm not even gonna read this, but you can see it right here, which is stupid. So Avery, Nora, I'm sorry, but you're way out of line, and your feeling is up here while it should be here. So it's just stupid. That's my opinion. Again, opinion news. The Last of Us Part 2 is being criticized because its creator, Neil Druckmann, is a CIS white male, and therefore he has no right to speak on trans issues. Again, it's not only Neil Druckmann. It has like multiple people, a complete team. Leave it. Just leave it alone. Just let it go. It's like I'm almost turning into the person that cried about Britney Spears. Leave her alone as well. Christ. The scene was clear there to show the bigoted ways of the homophobic religious cult, but ultimately context doesn't matter to trans rights people. Well, I never actually really looked at it as homophobic because it's like a group, and this might be a weird way of explaining it, but I play the game and I don't really have feelings regarding that stuff because there will always be idiot people on the planet who don't see it like you see it, and that's just how it is. And we have to apparently leave that too. But the thing that bothered me the most is that specific people die in the game. That made me very emotional. And that's the thing I care about. I don't care if you're trans or gay or LGBTQ plus whatever, or you like furries, or I don't give a fuck. You are alive. You are a person. You are you. You do you. You live your life to the fullest. But don't be so negative all the time, man. And giving criticism is one thing, but completely shitting on somebody's vision, it's ridiculous. And then sending hate mail and stuff like that. You're a fucking asshole. You're a cancer of this world and you need to get off of it right now. Stay positive, people. That's all I can say. So we're going to go over quickly into the last item over here. So Angry Joe Vargas. I like him a lot. I think his content is really cool. I love it when he freaks out and gets fucking angry regarding certain things, microtransactions. Fucking blue! And ripping other Joe's shirt to shreds just because he's angry like that, which I think is really funny. I mean, he's Angry Joe. You gotta understand that. So we've got these two beautiful people right here on the picture. And apparently Joe is being harassed by this chick who wanted to be a part of his team and dinners and stuff like that regarding information for YouTube content creators and stuff like that. And in 2018... the allegation against Joe Vargas claims that at a convention back in 2018, Joe Vargas both mentally and physically forced her to hang around him and attempted to try subliminally manipulate her into maybe having sex, or at least that is what is assumed, as it has now been confirmed by both parties. Sex was never discussed. So there goes one big allegation. It's turned from this big to this big. So it's all hearsay. The allegation against blah, blah, blah. Ashley Wookie Monster Marco, 30 years of age, also revealed that what she considers to be irrefutable evidence of Joe Vargas being a predatory creep in the form of leaked private messages. The messages reveal that Joe thought Ashley looked like a super cutie in her 80s cosplay getup. Really? That's now harassment? So I'm not allowed to say somebody on a stream or whatever that they look good or cute or cool in a specific getup? Christ almighty, man, what has this world gone to? Seriously. I literally just said to a younger dude on my video in the comments, you can still read it, a couple of days ago, that he liked my streams and my content, and I said, I like you, in the sense of, he's a cool dude. He's always there on my streams and on my recording. I'm not going to mention his name right now before he gets flagged for that, but I'm allowed to like people and say that they're cool or nice or whatever, right? I mean, who gives a fuck? Again, it's my opinion. I'm not going to bring that to court and say somebody else is saying that to me and then I want to get money because they want to have sexual assault or allegations or being a creep. God. I'm going to tell you a story real quick right now. I'm going to take this picture real quick. I was part of a forum, a automotive forum. These dudes wanted me in the forum and to post some pictures of my car because it was a specific group of people, and that group got pretty big. And me and some other friends were going to these chicks who had a Toyota Celica, and they came to us because we had Toyota Celicas as well. Or they had another different car, but they came to us and they said, oh, I really love your car and blah, blah, blah. And I said, nice. And I said, well, you're looking fine tonight, even though I had my girlfriend with me somewhere. And just being nice, maybe people think that's flirting, but I just say it how it is. I can say to somebody if they look nice or not. That's just being nice. And it was being interpreted by something else. And then all of a sudden, a couple of weeks later, people have been saying on that forum that I sent them private messages, that I wanted to have sex with them or hit them up, and that I had roses for them and stuff like that. Now, that roses part sounds true because I'm a little bit of a gentleman sometimes. I like to bring roses for people, for especially girls, of course. Let's get that straight first. I've did so to my girlfriend, who I have a relationship for 14 or 15 years now, so whatever. But that was just not true. You could have seen in my inbox, and people say you can delete that, but it was just not true. So I got very angry. I had allergies right then, flare up. I got very pissed off. I turned into a Red Hulk. And I said to one of the people that I know personally very well back in the day, well, not very well, good enough to talk to him about, and I said, this is just not true. you're being duped. But you know what? You already kicked me off the forum. It's fine. Fuck off. I don't want to be part of that community anymore. So you can take and shove it up your ass sideways. Guess what happened after that? 1 month later, apparently the same chicks who said that about me did that to another person who also got banned. And they came back. They banned the chicks who did that with the private messages, who were making false allegations. And it took them a very long time for them to come back to me and say sorry and please come back to the community. And I said, no, I'm never coming back anymore, dude. You should have fucking promised me then that you would believe me. I was telling the truth all along and I was done with that shit, you know. I don't care that those other people are gone. It might happen again because apparently this is your community. So fuck you, fuck off, stick your community up your ass. So I'm still very happy that I went away from that stuff because it relieved me, so it's fine. So that was that. That was a little quick little trip into memory lane for me. So yeah, Joe has his lawyers ready at the push of a button to take this further. I'm happy that Joe is still on YouTube because he can make content, and it sucks that Dr. Disrespect can't make his own content anymore, or at least not on Twitch. So yeah, these have been the stories right here. Again, I don't think this is actually true. Apparently, this chick regarding Angry Joe also removed all of her Twitter stuff like that. I mean, she looks like a nice person, you know. It's just too bad that people are willing to take money from people like this. And here we go, people like this, you know. It's just ridiculous. You don't have to say it like that. So again, everybody, please be nice to each other. We're already in the whole epidemic, Corona, COVID-19 stuff. Be nice to each other. I'll come back to this stuff if this video is if this video gets 5 likes. I'll come back for another news show. But leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you hate this video, leave a dislike. That's fine too. It's just my opinion. It's called Opinion News, episode 1. And I am all for these people to get justice, be it in a bad or in a good way. And I mean this, like, if Dr. Disrespect really is somebody who did something with younger children, then he should be brought to justice. But I don't think that's the case. I also think Joe is in the right end of this whole story. And I hope that the girl who's trying to do this fucking shit to him gets justice as well, because it's a whole name brand that you're fucking up for somebody else, and you can lose views for that, stuff like that. I'm not important. I don't have a lot of subscriptions yet. I hope I'm going to get something more. I'm not important. I'm not famous. So again, take life how it is. Be nice to each other. Don't complain all the time about certain things that you can complain. Well, you can complain about them, but they're not going to change. And there are more important things out there in the world, you know? So again, thanks for watching. This has been Opinion News, episode number 1. Everything has been my opinion. I can't hold accountable for that because it's just me making fun of certain things. And yeah, I wish you all a good weekend. And stay safe. Stay up to date on everything. Take care of your elderly and be nice to each other. And don't be negative all the time. Stop complaining. Peace! See you in the next episode. Or not.